Well, good morning, Doug.
Morning, Frank.
We're down here at the not so secret spot.
Yeah, which we're not going to tell anybody about.
No, but I'm sure all the Sherlock Holmes viewers will be working out where it is.
Doug, on their Google Earth and going, oh,
yeah. I got to say,
what?
I'm just looking at your net. Are you expecting Moby Dick?
Where'd you get that?
Next to your chair.
Not mine, is it?
Yeah, it certainly is.
Jesus.
I was going to say, it's a bit of overkill for the minnows you've been catching lately.
That's right.
Even the roach.
Yeah, well, this is expectation for today, Frank.
Okay.
Yes, that is
very big.
that is a whopper.
It is.
I actually misordered.
Oh, okay.
All the way from England, cost me a fortune. Misordered. So if there's anybody out there wants to buy a couple, I've got them for sale.
We got more than one.
Yeah, I've got two. What an idiot.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, that's a bit of a big net, but
yeah,
this place is full of big fish, so that might come in handy.
Okay. Well, we'll see, won't we?
We certainly will.
Now, I have to say, it's been a long time since I fished in a spot where you could just about long jump it. Well, maybe with some help, but it's not very wide, and by all accounts, it's a bit hard to tell, not very deep.
That deep.
That deep.
But there's fish in there that deep.
Okay. Right, well, until we see evidence to prove that, we'll just have to take your word for it.
Yeah, well.
Anyway, it's a pleasant day.
It is.
It's not going to be that hot today, only about 27, I think.
And we can't go anywhere else.
No, we can't. We had 3 places in mind that we could go locally, and all of them are shut down at the moment due to blue-green algal growth. Or in the case of the Torrens, E. coli. So, yeah, lovely.
Yes, welcome to South Australia.
Yes, indeed. Anyway, it's quite clear, judging by the sweet corn tin lids that we can see here, that people do fish here. So, yeah, we'll just have to see what it turns up. I'm fishing a float and a feeder, as is Doug, and he tells me with good authority that you get the fish up against the far bank. So I've got a float out there and a feeder out there, and I've put in ground bait. Sun's just coming up. It is pretty early start. It was dark when we left Doug's place. So yeah, let's hope there's a few fish around.
I haven't caught fish that size in here for...
It's not another roach, is it, Doug?
Yeah, it is.
I'll tell you what, it's a good job you bought that big net.
Yeah. Look how dark that is.
Yeah. Let's just put it next to the net. Yeah.
That. You might just manage it.
I think you got it covered.
Yeah. Oops.
Oh well, you're on the board.
On the board. I didn't expect that.
No. Doug just caught a minnow and a yabby on the same bait. Show us your yabby dabby do.
That is... Let's get over the bank. That's a nice yabby.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And they both were hanging on the same bait.
They were. Yes.
Where's your minnow?
It's down here. This isn't... We don't catch little fish here, Frank.
Okay, well clearly no one told them that.
What's going on?
Yeah, that's small. Getting a bite on the feeder. Didn't register on the bite alarm, but I saw the tip. But, not sure that it's one of Doug's big fish. Yes, I got it. It's
wow.
It's a goldfish.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Wow.
Got myself a goldfish.
Look at that.
Yeah, well, not quite what we were expecting. No, well, This is the just under the hour progress report. Doug's had 2 minnows and a yabby.
Who had the 2 minnows then?
You did. You know, you didn't even bother with the net, the huge net you've got. Understandably.
Yeah, rub it in, won't you?
Yes. And I've had a goldfish.
Yeah, that's FOD, Frank.
Doug says FOD.
Absolutely.
I think catching a carp and a yabby on the same bait at the same time is pretty impressive, but never mind. Still waiting for that big fish, Doug.
Well, last time I lost 3 of the buggers and only landed 1. And honestly, they were all like that.
Right, okay.
That's not a fisherman's flail.
No.
Oh, no.
I think, Doug, instead of the minnow king, you may have actually upgraded to the yabby king. That's 2 today.
And aren't they nice?
Well,
They're big yabbies though.
yeah. Rob, you'd be proud of that. You'd be eating it.
Yeah, look at that.
Hmm.
I don't want to catch them.
No. But you are. You got
Yeah.
2.
He wants to shake hands with you, Frank.
How'd you do? Yeah. Flop.
Okay.
So 2 yabbies.
Yeah.
And I would think there's probably a fair few in here, judging by 2 in an hour on a line. That's quite unusual.
People used to come yabbing here a lot, but I haven't seen them do it.
No, I don't think I'd be too keen on eating any yabbies out of here.
Well, the water should be okay because it comes up from the aquifer.
Yeah. Okay. You eat them, you glow at night.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I thought it was. I can catch them too, Doug. Bloody noisy garbage truck. Well, there you go. So all these little semi-bites we've been getting. That's number 3. Well, you know it's a slow day when you caught more yabbies than you have fish.
How many have we had now? 4?
No, 3. Same as, but never mind. We've had 3 fish and 3 yabbies. And the feeder has not been touched since that goldfish, and nor's Doug's. So Doug and I are just saying that we're just going to have to treat this trip as a came down and had a nice morning by the water, because apart from a few yabbies we've caught next to nothing, and Doug's blaming me.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty harsh, because I just came to keep him company.
What happened with your last yabby, Frank? Can you tell us?
I'll put it back.
Yeah, what did it do? This part of it on
It
the floor,
said thank you.
Yeah. What about your
What about my finger, Doug? Doug is on a fishing expedition of a different type,
Yeah.
and I'm just not going to give him satisfaction.
Well,
so,
hold on a minute. Don't turn it off. Don't turn it off.
do I have to?
No, don't turn it off. Last week you gave me a stick about being stung by a catfish,
Yep.
and you laughed at me.
Because you carried on like a...
Spoiled princess.
Well, you can't say that these days, but yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've got retribution today. And I had
Okay,
nothing to do
okay. Look, I was brought up honest. I cannot tell a lie. So basically what happened was I went to take the yabby off the line to show everybody, and it latched onto my finger, and I made some rude comments and threw it back. Unfortunately, the claw that was attached to my finger came off, so he's now a one-armed bandit. Hang on, Doug, I'll get the big net.
Yeah.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. What
Yeah.
are we doing here? Well, Minnow King strikes again.
They're good looking fish though, aren't they, for carp?
Doug just caught this little fella here, and I agree with you, Doug. That's, you see, it's got the high soft fin, dorsal fin, with no spike.
Yeah. What are you talking about, me or the fish, Frank?
I'm talking about the fish, Doug.
Okay.
Calm down. Upturned mouth, no barbels, not much of a lateral line, mind.
Oh, it's there.
It's a little carp goldfish
Yeah.
hybrid, I would suggest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and did you need the net for that one?
I did actually net it, Frank, but
You
you
did?
weren't filming at the time.
No, I know why I wasn't filming at the time.
It's that sort of day.
It is. Just had a guy walk past on the other bank there with his dog, and you know him, do you, Doug? You've seen him before?
Yeah, I've spoken to him loads of times.
Yeah, and he's told us that there was a big fish kill in here about a week or so back. Lots of big fish killed, which probably explains why we can only catch minnows, goldfish and yabbies, and no big carp. So unfortunately it's been a pattern this summer. Lots of our favourite lakes and ponds are severely reduced. A lot of them are affected by blue-green algae and you're not allowed to fish there. And the River Torrens is suffering from its second bout of E. coli closures this summer. And now we've just found out there's been a fish kill here. So, not good. It will set all the fishing back quite a bit, I would imagine. It's got the eye. It has. Another hybrid. That fin. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
That works. And you can see on that one the lateral line quite clearly.
Yeah.
No whiskers, funny eye.
Yeah, he's blind in one eye.
Yeah.
We'll call him Horatio. Shall we? He's blind in one eye.
Yeah, I get it, Doug. Yeah, idiot. Things just haven't happened today.
No.
You've had a few little carp out of there. I got a goldfish. We got 3 yabbies between us. Fortunately, no shellbacks. And just found out that there's been a big carp kill, so that would explain why we're getting nothing of any size. Anyway, for what it's worth, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you hopefully in a more productive next one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I need to say it?
I'm not in the mood actually, Frank, but I will say it. Grumpy. Hi, Doug.